Hi everyone, I'm Lisa, bioengineer and entrepreneur and the founder and CEO of Ova Solutions. Welcome to my channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of medical device development and bioengineering innovation. If you're interested in growing your knowledge, enhancing your business, and improving your quality of life through innovative technologies, you've come to the right place. Here, we explore how to build successful projects in the medical field, develop strong personal brands, and effectively bring new devices to market. Whenever I share videos from conferences where I've put together comprehensive presentations and deeply explore the topic, I receive fantastic feedback. People often say, "Wow, this is amazing, we love it." And views reflected. For instance, when I posted a detailed lecture on production process, it quickly gained traction and received incredible engagement. Within just a day and a half, it had nearly 80K views on YouTube. Clearly, the in-depth format resonates well with y'all. I plan to continue this trend, diving deep into specific topics here on my channel. Upcoming videos will cover everything from starting a company in medical space to creating a proof of concept, from design to manufacturing to cooperation with payers. Each topic will be thoroughly explored, offering you valuable insights and practical tips. However, these comprehensive videos take a lot of time and effort to prepare, so I'll aim to post about maybe once a month. So today's episode, though, would be a bit different, more relaxed and personal. I'm recording it from my home setting. I want to have a calm and heartfelt conversation with you about life values and philosophy I live by. And also today, there won't be any step-by-step methodologies. Instead, I'll just want to share my core principles with both life and business. I also love to hear your feedback on this format. So do you enjoy more relaxed videos like discussion, or should we continue with this kind of videos? Please let me know in the comments. And actually, your feedback is very critical for me because my idea here is just to truly serve you with my content and share what I know and what might be helpful for you to speed up your personal success and your company's success. So please watch the video and let me know what you think. So thanks for joining me today. Let's get started. So today we're going to talk about 7 rules that I created for myself and I'm applying it to my life and my business. Rule number 1. Happy is the person who learns to admire rather than envy. There's probably no one who doesn't provoke some kind of reactions in others, whether positive or negative. And when something about other person catch our attention, there are 2 types of reaction. One is to devalue them, to elevate ourselves in comparison, reaction like, yeah, they have something that I don't, but I don't have this and that. Or, yeah, they might be rich and successful, but they don't have a life. Record every step of their blogger. So, for example, yeah, she achieved something, but she doesn't have any family or happiness. These are very plain, very primitive examples, but the general idea is to find a flow and calm ourselves easing this emotional trigger caused by other person. This is a common psychological reaction to envy. The second reaction is to acknowledge the envy and decide to look inward rather than the other person. So instead of finding a flaw and devaluing them, it's about asking ourselves honestly if we have what they have that triggers us. It honestly took me quite a long time to retrain myself. But now, when some bloggers' content triggers me, making me restless, I recognize it as a sign to reflect, to stop and ask myself what exactly I lack that they have or what I want in my life. If I'm triggered by someone else, like vibrant stories, maybe it's because I've been holding back and not showing anything. Any feeling or envy becomes a sign for self-reflection and life audit. I use this envy as a cue to bring something new into my life. And honestly, life became so much calmer because I no longer experience this eternal urge to comparing myself to others. Second rule of my life, pretty simple, but also pretty controversial, so let me know, would it fit you or not? I think that rest is a business process. I actually recently touched this topic on my TikTok. I did a whole storytelling session on how I rest, why it's important, how to rest properly. I say this on my TikTok, so you can go and check it out. Their response was incredible. If you haven't seen it yet, towards go and take a look. There, I explained that for me, rest is as much a business process as attending a meeting. It's like conducting an interview, creating a story. It's like this is a part of my working routine. It's even in my task list. I can't understand how entrepreneurs and freelancers can be so responsible about their main work task and yet so irresponsible about their rest. I often hear, I can't rest, I don't know how to rest, but you see, maintaining good mental and emotional health is our direct responsibility. Clients come to us if we are freelancers, and we're responsible for doing a good job and being productive. This is our responsibility. If we are entrepreneurs, we need to make good decisions. We need to lead our company and our brand in the right direction. And for this, we need a fresh and clear mind. Rest is not like a luxury. It's a necessity. It's not like you're taking yourself away from your business. This is your duty. I understand that if I agree to take a call on my day off because the team finds it convenient, I'm not just depriving myself. I'm depriving my team of an effective leader for the next week. Because missing one day of rest means I'll need more to recover. I need more time, more resources. Strictly following a rest schedule is crucial. It's my job. It's another business process. No one benefits if I will fail at resting. Taking rest seriously as a business process allows me to grow steadily and systematically without experiencing burnout. I understand where I expend my energy and where I replenish it, making me predictable and stable in my work. If you're interested in how I rest, what is important about rest, and how often I take days off, I've shared it one more time in my TikTok. I won't go into detail here because it's a topic for another video about rest. If you're curious, just go check it out. Now I want to move to the third point, which might sound strange and not everyone will understand immediately what I'm trying to say here, but I've been living by this principle for the last couple of years, and it helped me a lot to overcome all the events that happen in my life. It goes like this. Resistance is futile in most cases. I don't even argue when I know I'm right or know the truth. It's not about the arguments. It's about understanding the world's structure, to say so. I accept that all situations and events can happen. That doesn't mean that I'm passive or I do nothing. But the first step to change is acceptance. Accepting my current situation helps me to avoid unnecessary conflicts. It sounds strange, I know. If you relate, leave a comment. Avoiding direct confrontation and not fighting against things beyond my control has made my life so much easier. I'm not saying I don't change things. I do it a lot and I make serious changes for myself, but I live in peace. I don't hold anger towards the world, people, or systems. This attitude greatly improves my quality of life now. Accepting the world as it is, I live with full responsibility for my actions and the point where I find myself. I'll talk more about this in future videos. I'm not a passive participant in life, but I don't play God either. Accepting and not being in constant battle helps me live more relaxed. Here goes rule number 4. Slow and steady wins the race. I've always been a disciplined person and everyone who knows me can attest to this. So every day I systematically work towards my goals without overworking myself. I typically finish my workday around 5 to 6 p.m., sometimes even earlier. And while I might not work long hours, I consistently make a progress. When we work on something for a long time, it might seem like nothing is changing. And then suddenly the results become noticeable. But just because results appear suddenly, it doesn't mean that they were achieved quickly. I've never known any quick results to be sustainable unless they come from a significant risk, burnout, or total shutdowns. So I myself decided I'm gonna be like a little snail, very disciplined but capable of slowing down. So I take regular vacations, I take weekends off. For instance, I plan to record this YouTube lecture today, but yesterday evening I realized I wasn't quite ready. Instead of pushing myself to finish the presentation late at night, I just decided to record another video. I planned differently, allowing myself to be fully prepared for the YouTube lecture later, So this approach maintains quality and consistency. So I understood that this principle, slow and steady wins the race, is my life motto. It might seem like nothing is changing on the surface, but I keep moving towards my goal with like small, consistent steps. When I wanted to open my coffee place in Chile, it took me like almost 2 years from initial idea to the grand opening. And people kept asking me why it wasn't open yet. It's like not a big deal, but we just kept working, in our own pace. And the result, we achieved our goal without looking for shortcuts. I believe in systematic effort. I believe in small, regular steps. If you work diligently on something for a long time, the progress is inevitable. Rule number 5. First, you make the choice, and then the choice makes you. This applies to both the negative and positive consequences for any decision. I believe that the way I live now and my current life situation in all its aspects is the result of numerous big and small choices I made before. So every action or inaction shapes my future. Even some insignificant decisions accumulate and manifest in the future. For instance, I could choose to overwork myself, which might seem fine for now, for a while, but eventually I understand it would lead to burnout and then I'll be inefficient. So choices matter, from small daily decisions to major life changes like choosing a life partner or choosing a career. So each action forms my future, and it's essential to be conscious about these type of actions. This realization brings a sense of responsibility and control over my life. I used to resist this idea, feeling that it meant always being on guard, in whatever you're doing. But I realized that if you have a balance between work and rest, like some clear direction and a way to replenish your energy, making the right choices become much easier. So freedom for me is a discipline. So I once resisted this concept because I thought that discipline is actually a lack of freedom. But over time, I realized that it's about making consistent choice that leads to a better life, to the life full of freedom and the life I want for myself in the future. That one is discipline for me. So in conclusion, your actions today shape your tomorrow, and by maintaining a balance and making thoughtful decisions, you can create the life you want. By the way, how about you? What choices are shaping your future? Let me know in the comments. Balance across life spheres. Our results are defined by our weakest area. It's pretty straightforward. Think of the concept of the wheel of life balance, If the wheel has an uneven shape, it won't roll because it's not a proper wheel anymore. If there are significant gaps in your wheel, life becomes unbalanced and progress stalls. So, for example, financial success often depends on other areas like hobbies, quality friendships, vibrant social life, which seem unrelated to work and earnings. I kind of didn't accept it immediately, but life has shown to me that it's true. When life is not in balance, it can cause disruptions. However, I think that temporary imbalances are normal and can be managed if you consciously invest more in one area while others take a backseat. But overall, you'd rather pay attention to all aspects of life for continuous progress. I've seen this work in my life, in others' lives. For instance, starting to enjoy good rest or hobbies can improve financial results. Focusing more on financial matters if they are lagging can also enhance overall life quality. Despite many on social media saying balance is unattainable, I firmly believe that if any area of my life is obviously lacking, it's likely holding me back from a broader development. Every major or minor choice affects your future. For example, choosing to overwork could seem fine initially, but will lead to burnout later. It took some time and inner strength to detach from social opinions and understand that if something feels right for me, it's valid, regardless of popular opinion. Even though many people might disagree and say things like, you need to fight for everything or discipline is overrated, I know what works for me, and this video is about my principles developed through my life experiences. So last rule I want to talk about is acknowledging the limits of knowledge. The more I know, the more I realize how much I don't know. So imagine our knowledge as a circle, everything inside what we know and outside what we don't know. As our knowledge grows, so does the circumference touching the unknown, making us increasingly aware of how much we still need to learn. This effect, proven and named in psychology, shows that with more knowledge comes less certainty, more tolerance, and greater peace. I learn every day through reading, through interaction with people, through watching educational content. Learning is a cornerstone of my personality. The more I live, the more I understand how little I know, and this reduces my dogmatism. It increases my tolerance and brings me more peace. Once again, this episode reflects my life principles. If my thoughts resonate with you, please share your comments. I look forward to hear your feedback, to read all your comments. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you for watching and listening. It was Lisa Voronkova. See you in the next video.